Wow, this place is a lot nicer than what I was expecting. It actually looks pretty nice. At least, it's nicer than any other hotel room I've ever seen, which I guess isn't saying a lot. But hey, at least we got the view. All the sights out there make up for any imperfections in here. Plus, if I remember correctly, I think we're the only ones who even got a view. I'm pretty sure we're the only ones lucky enough to see the beach. Well, I know that. Of course, it's too dark to see it right now. I mean, like in the morning. Just think about it. Waking up to the sun rising over the salt water of the Atlantic really can get much better than that. I mean, what more could you possibly want? This is literally everybody's dream vacation. What's not to love about it? Exactly. Nothing. See? I knew you'd finally come around to it. Look, I know I wasn't the person you expected to share a room with, but I promise you, I don't bite. You were just kind of the leftovers of the group, you know? In the end, it was destined that at least someone wasn't able to get their first choice for a roommate. What do you mean? Oh, really? I thought you wanted to be paired up with my brother. I mean, you always hang out with him the most out of us, anyways. I feel like everyone expected you guys to jump on the opportunity of getting to share a room. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I guess that's pretty true. I can't really blame you for that. He can definitely be a little much sometimes. You don't even know half of it. Believe me, I've spent my whole life with him and I'm surprised I can still put up with it. Don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just doesn't seem to have an off switch. Oh, don't even get me started on how many times he's woken me up in the middle of the night. Countless nights where I've had to tell him to shut up at like 2 in the morning. Always talking on the phone or playing some stupid video game to the point where I'm not even sure if that man sleeps anymore. And I don't think this would be much different. Thinking about it, you really dodged a bullet there. Don't worry, while you're with me, you can actually get some sleep. Promise you that. No snoring, no nothing. If you ask me, you kinda lucked out there. Wait, that's a good idea. I'm 100% doing that when we get up tomorrow. I can guarantee you he's gonna say something about how he's tired or didn't sleep well. I bet Ryan will probably put the blame on my brother. I can put money on it. No, Ryan's definitely not switching with any of us. Frankly, I think you're too good to trade off. Plus, if for some reason you did, he wouldn't even want to talk to me. I feel like he's so talkative around the rest of the group. But then when I go to strike up a conversation, he just shuts right up. It's very weird, don't get me wrong. I'd appreciate the peace and quiet, but after a while, I just go insane. That's what I thought too, but I don't think he would have a crush on me. At least, that's what I think. I remember overhearing him a couple months ago about how he liked some girl named Skylar, whoever that is. And I can't imagine him changing up so quickly, especially with how long he was stuck on that other girl. Me? No. Of course I don't like him. We've barely even talked, let alone gained feelings for each other. Who my crush is a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. No offense, but I'm definitely not going to tell you tonight. I don't think you're ready for the answer. Nope, I don't want to hear it. You can just leave it at that for tonight. I don't want to say anything stupid. To be honest, I think I've already said too much. Well, never mind. Let's just go to bed already. Yes, I'm going to bed. It's 10 o'clock. I'm exhausted. I can only imagine you'd feel the same. Plus, we had to wake up at like 3 this morning to get to the airport. I think everybody at this point would be feeling at least a little tired. Well, that's fine if you're not gonna sleep. But I at least want you to get into bed so you're not moving around in the middle of the night. Like I said before, I need the sleep. And I swear, if you wake me up, even if it's an accident, I'm kicking you out of the room. And I don't think that'll make either one of us happy. Don't test me. Keep it up, and I might consider it. Ah, finally. Feels good to lay down. You kinda take it for granted when you're up and walking for the whole day. Ugh, don't even start. Those airplane seats were so uncomfortable. I think I'd actually rather have been standing. I could barely stand sitting there for 15 minutes, let alone a few hours. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not a traveler like you are. I can't even remember the last time I was on a plane. Maybe a couple years ago? Oh, don't even. You make it sound like it's such a burden. If it's really such a problem, I would happily be willing to trade places with you. Just hurry up and get to bed already. Wait, what are you doing? Why are you taking off the cushions? You're not actually using the pull-out, right? For what? That thing is so hard to sleep on. I mean, it can't compare to the airplane seats. I give it that. But it's still pretty uncomfortable nonetheless. What do you mean? You can sleep right here. We have a bed for a reason. Yeah, I know we only have one bed. What's the problem? Scared to share a bed with a girl? Huh? I'm just teasing. Jeez. You don't have to get so defensive. Look, I'm flattered that you hold me to such high standards. But I just can't let you use that pull out. I promise you, it's no problem sharing a bed. I'm not that mean. Yeah, there's plenty of room. You still have a whole half of the bed to yourself. And before you ask, no, I don't really have a problem with moving around in my sleep. So you don't have to worry about me kicking you in the middle of the night or something. Hmm. Like I said, it's completely fine. I have no problem with it. Oh my gosh, where's the stubborn? Yeah, I said you're being stubborn. I mean, just listen to yourself. That's like the definition of it. Actually, it might just be me. But it almost kind of looks like you're getting nervous in a way. Look, I know you're a guy and I'm a girl, but I don't really mind. Think of it like two friends sharing a bed instead. You know, nothing awkward about that. Plus, it's not like I'm your crush or anything. So, what's the big deal? Just come on already. Here, either you get into the bed or I'll drag you in myself. And I don't think either one of us would be happy about the latter. Does it look like I'm lying? Oh, finally! See? It wasn't that hard. I'm glad you finally were able to come around. Here, you can sleep right here. Isn't it nice to sleep on a soft bed instead of that thin little mattress? Glad you could agree. For a second there, I thought you'd never join me. Well, I'm glad you could finally make up your mind. Even if it did take forever. Hey, come on. Scoot in. You look like you're about this close falling off the bed. I'm almost tempted to push you. What was that? You moved like 2 inches. Like actually, move closer. You're acting like you're gonna die if you happen to touch me. I promise I won't bite. Unless you ask me nicely, that is. Sorry. I'm just teasing. Oh my gosh. You were way too easy. Oh, I just love to see that look in your face. It always makes me smile. I mean, come on. What did you expect? I've always been the one to tease you. Don't act like this is different. You don't get a free no teasing pass just because we're on vacation. If anything, I would say you should probably get teased more. Especially when I found out we were sharing a room together. I can't even tell you how excited I was. Not only do I get to be with you outside the hotel, but inside as well. Sounded like a package deal to me. Oh, like I believe that. if you really didn't want to be made fun of, I would have been your last choice for roommate, not your first. Exactly. See? As soon as you go silent, that's when I know I've won. Like I said, you're too easy. Listen, it's okay. I promise I won't make fun of you for it. If anything, I think it's kinda sweet. The only reason I keep doing it is because I know how much you like it, even if you say otherwise. No offense, but you really do a horrible job at trying to hide it. I mean, it's kinda easy to tell when your face glows a bright red. It's not a bad thing, by any means. Actually, I kinda like it. What do you mean, why? I feel like I've made it pretty obvious by now. Huh, gosh, you're hopeless. Times like this, I'm wondering how you even made it this far in life. Don't worry, once I tell you, you'll understand how stupid you are. Well, remember earlier when you asked about my crush? And I said that tonight wasn't a good night to tell you? Well, actually, I think I've changed my mind. Wait, you really still don't get it? You've gotta be kidding me. I like you, idiot. And I think I've made that apparently obvious. Is that really much of a surprise? What? This whole time you really thought I was teasing you for fun? Always wanting to spend time with you for no other reason than just to embarrass you. Don't get me wrong. I guess that was pretty fun too. But I'm not that cruel. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever done anything that you haven't gotten a good love out of it in the end. Whatever I said or did, you always seemed to like it as much as I did. And everyone else always knew that they were jokes. Or shall I say, flirts? Maybe except for you and my brother, who just thought I was being friendly. Yeah, pretty much everyone knows about it. Or at least I think they know. I never told anyone, but I think they were able to put together the pieces themselves. I mean, that's the whole reason we got paired together in the end. I'm pretty sure they were just trying to set us up. But I guess it also helped that we were both each other's first choice. Speaking of which, why was I your first choice? I know about the noisy brothers stick we were talking about earlier, but why me? And not one of the other guys? Was it because of me? Come on, was it? I want to hear this. Are you gonna say something or what? Well, if you can't say it, then can I just say it for you? Goodness, you're such a dork. You like me too. Is that what you were trying to say? Ah, good. Don't worry, I accept your confession. There's no need to be nervous. At least, not anymore. I kind of did that part for you. Here, scoot closer. You look like you're about to pass out. You can lighten up a little bit. I promise. I'm not gonna throw any more surprises of you at you. I think if I did, you probably wouldn't even be able to comprehend it at this point. Your brain still has to catch up. There may or may not be more surprises, but that's a tomorrow thing. Hey, do you mind if I put my arms around you? Just for a bit? I don't know, just I kinda want to. You will. Like, actually? What happened to the dork I was just talking to earlier? I don't think he would have let me do it. True. I guess our relationship status has changed. We've been upgraded from friends to, I guess, dating? Is that the right word? I mean, we literally just found out we like each other than less than 5 minutes ago. It might be a little too quick to say that. Well then, what if we just went on a date? I would say that would consider us dating. Simple, right? I guess that's easy enough. But for now, I guess we're just soon to be dating. How does that sound? Well, then it's settled. I'm glad we're soon to be dating. I like that. That's better. My arms around yours. Isn't it nice? I feel like I could just fall asleep like this. I know how comfortable that'd be for you though. Just looking at you, I can tell this is already a little much. Oh, it's fine? Well, how about then I just squeeze you a little bit tighter? I'm just kidding. Oh, almost forgot to mention. I'm doubling the amount of teasing from now on. Nope, nothing you can do to stop it. You just have to live with it with consequences of getting into a relationship with me. It was part of the terms and conditions you agreed to. It's not my fault you didn't read the fine print. You have no one to blame but yourself for that. Alright, let's get some sleep. We really need it. Including you. Glad you agree. Although it would be fun to cuddle all night long. I'm not sure we would be feeling too energetic in the morning. How about we save that for tomorrow instead? Perfect. I'll make sure to mark my calendar. Okay, good night. I'll talk to you in the morning. Yeah, love you too. Goodness, I can get used to saying that. Oh, hey, can you turn off the light? I thought the switch was on my side. Thanks. time is it? Hmm. How is it not even 8? Should be at least 9 or 10. Ah, guess it doesn't help that the curtains are open, especially with the sun right in my face. Should have closed them last night. Yes, you. You were the last one in bed. I was already way too comfortable to get back up. Granted, I never asked you to shut them, but that doesn't matter. Whatever. It's too late now. So, how'd you sleep? Was it really that bad sleeping with me? 'Cause if it was, there's always the pullout. See? I told you it wouldn't be that bad. You were definitely overreacting last night. And yes, you were. It took me like 5 minutes to convince you to get in. You're just lucky I didn't give up. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have a girlfriend right now. What would you rather have? A girlfriend? Or a bed to yourself? Exactly. In that case, I think you made the right choice. I would have done the same. Yeah, I would have totally done the same thing. Maybe. I don't even know, honestly. I would have been just as nervous as you. Glad I wasn't the one in your position. Hey, take it as a compliment. I'm just saying that you have more guts than I do. I probably would have just insisted on a pullout. Really? You're calling me a dork? Who am I even talking to right now? Since when did you think you could just start teasing me? I don't remember giving you that permission. Only I can do that. Maybe someday I can give you that privilege. But for now, you're the only person who can get made fun of. Ah, I don't want to hear it. It's just the way things have to be. I don't make the rules. Well, I kinda do. But, you know, I'll change them when I feel like it. When that could be, I don't know. Here, you know what? How about I'll think about it and then get back to you? How does that sound? Hey, you're lucky I'm even thinking about it. Just trying to be open minded here. Good. I'm glad we could settle that fairly quickly. I'm surprised considering how insistent you can be. Do I really have to remind you of last night? I mean, if that wasn't insistent, I don't know what is. Not saying it's a bad thing. It's just that when you're wrong, it can be pretty hard to convince you otherwise. I guess I was able to. Sure. But that's only because I know how to. I've kinda cracked the code when it comes to swaying your opinions. Believe me, from all that time you spent hanging out at our house, I picked up a thing or two about you. That being one of them. It's why you always seem to be on the losing end when we get into arguments. Hmm. It's not because you're bad or can't think of a good comeback. It's because I'm always 10 steps ahead of you. Maybe I'll be generous enough to let you win one of these times, but I guess we'll have to see. No promises, though. I don't know about you, but I'm still pretty tired. I kinda slept awful, not gonna lie. Oh, speak for yourself. I didn't fall asleep until like 2 a.m. I always have a tough time sleeping when I'm away from home like this. I don't know why though, it's really weird. Guess I'm just so used to my normal bed. Throws me out of rhythm. Luckily, it's only 8. I bet those guys are still asleep. We probably still have a good amount of time before we actually have to do anything. I don't know about you, but honestly, I just want to stay in bed all day. I don't really feel like getting up. Oh, I'm glad you feel the same. Hey, where are you going? I thought you said you wanted to stay in bed. Coffee? No, you don't need coffee. You're gonna have some later. Plus, hotel coffee sucks. It'd probably be way better to get some at the cafe instead. Come on, please. Can we just lay down for a little bit longer? Okay, good. I didn't really want you to leave me. Didn't take too long convincing you at that time. Guess you weren't too hesitant to change your mind. Just admit it, you didn't want to leave, did you? Ah, the sweet sound of silence. I think I've already got my answer. What? No, we're not going back to sleep. I'm already too awake for that. It'll be pointless to try. What do you mean, why? I thought I made it obvious. Don't you remember last night? Before we both fall asleep? Wait. Well, let me remind you. Here, move a little closer. You're way too far over. Oh, and move your arms too. You should know the drill at this point. Why are you acting so shocked? We were just cuddling a little bit last night too. You look almost stunned. And the cheeks are getting red too. Jeez, it looks like I already really stuck a chord. Come on, don't act like you didn't expect this. This is your fault for not seeing it coming. Time to prepare. For what? This? Absolutely not. Now that I know how flustered you can get, I might just have to do this more often. And don't tell me you don't like it. From the way you're hugging my arms, and I can safely say you're not too against it. Hey, why'd you stop? No, I thought it was nice. Go right ahead. I think it's only fair, considering that I've been doing the same to you this entire time as well. Plus, what's the point of cuddling if only one person does the cuddling? Kinda defeats the purpose, you know? And also, doesn't it feel nice to hug someone? In my opinion, it feels just as good as receiving it, if not better. It shows that you really care for someone, and I don't know if you can tell, but I kinda care about you. Just a little. You know, you're lucky, cause I was about to squeeze you even tighter, but I have a feeling you wouldn't know how to handle that. Your face is already red as is. I wonder how many shades it would change if I did decide to go through with it. Unless. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's the last time I'll tease you, I promise. Well, at least for right now. Anyway. What? You look disappointed. Oh, don't tell me you didn't want to stop. Oh, well, that's good to know. I had a feeling you'd say that. I don't know. Lucky. Guess? That look on your face totally didn't give away anything. What can I say? Like I said before, I've picked up a few things about you. Well, I'm glad. I enjoy messing with you as much as you like getting messed with. It's kinda nice how it works like that. Looks like I ended up with the right person. I couldn't ask for anyone else. I mean, it's too hard, or it's just hard to ask for anyone else when you're already with the best. I really can't imagine there being a person better than you, let alone find someone. It's kind of funny now that I think about it. I always used to hate when my brother would bring his friends over. I don't know why, but they always seemed to bother me for no apparent reason. All it took was for me to tell him and his friends to screw off, and we would have never met each other. Very grateful I was raised with the gift of patience. Although I guess I have no one to thank except him on that one. That's the one thing I can safely say he's actually helped me with. You know, how long has it been since I met you? It has to be at least a year or two now. Jeez, has it really been that long? It feels like forever ago. Time flies. I really did. Wait, what? How come they awake already? You got to be kidding me. Coming! Hold on. Oh, well, that sucks. I mean, we're on vacation. Why is anyone up this early anyway? Well, at least we're still in bed. Not pounding on our friend's door at 8 in the morning. Hey, same time tomorrow? If you happen to be awake? Perfect. Sounds good to me. I honestly couldn't imagine a better way to wake up in the morning. Oh, and one more thing. At least for the time being, let's just keep this between us. Okay? I think it'll be better to surprise them all at once, when the time comes eventually. I guess we'll have to see. Don't worry, I know. I'll know when we should. No need to doubt me. Okay, now shut up before they hear us. This can't really be much of a secret if they can hear from us from the other side of the door. What? What could be so important you have to say it right this second? Alright, well, it better be good. Hmm? Fine. Love you too, idiot. Geez, you're too much of a dork, you know that. That's why I love you though. I'll give you that much. Alright, we'll talk later. Promise. But until then, love ya. Ah, I know. I'm on my way.